Hello guys, welcome to my first video on my new channel, Linux to the Max. Today, this is just a video to show you how to use patches with a DWM install from Portage on Gentoo. I really hope you enjoy, and with that, let's hop right in. But before we start, just a quick note to take is that some patches, unfortunately, are very hard to get working with Portage's install of DWM. I'm not completely sure why, but in order to get around this, I recommend if you really depend on that patch, you either find an alternative to work with Portage, or you just do a normal quote unquote install of DWM, which would be just git cloning the repo and then running sudo make clean install after applying your patch. That install process is very well documented. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to install DWM that way. So first of all, we need to add the use flag to the make.conf. This is the saved config flag. I'll show you here. So saved config, as you can see, it has not got a minus in front of it, which means we want to compile with support for it. And saved config effectively allows us, just tells Portage actually just to save a config. So we can edit that config and then compile with that config. So this allows us to change the behavior of DWM. So now we have set the appropriate use flags, let's install DWM. Now, as Portage, as you probably know, we need to run sudo emerge DWM. However, in this video, I want a specific version of DWM, one version less than the current version, which is 6.3, so we want 6.2. This is because most patches are in fact made for 6.2, so you'll experience less problems with patch compatibility. And you're free to choose DWM 6.3 or 6.2, clearly, but I'm just going to merge DWM 6.2 for the purpose of this video and patch compatibility. So you just run sudo merge DWM 6.2. Notice the equals in front of the DWM. And that shows, you need it because it shows we're going to include the package name. So we're basically saying to Portage, actually, we're going to add, include the package number, my bad. We're going to include the package number, and we're basically telling Portage we want this version instead of the most recent version. Now, as you can see here, it says this, building using saved config file. This is because I already have a config file. However, it might say for you, if you have not used a saved config for DWM before, it might just say creating a saved config, which is good because it's made the saved config which you can edit and then change the behavior of DWM. So now we have installed it, let's go find it, and it tells us where it is. So /etc portage saved config x11-window manager wm DWM-6.2. So let's navigate to there. Excuse the typing, it's a bit late. Right, as you can see here, we've got DWM-6.2, the file. And if we vim this, you need to edit it with sudo permissions. You can see we have got our config file. Now, you might notice that there is in fact no syntax highlighting, which some of us, like me, find the problem because my eyes are absolute crap. So in order to fix this, we need to make a symlink. So we run sudo ln-s, oh my god, my lisp, ln-s /etc portage save config x11-window manager DWM-6.2 to DWM-6.2.h, and this tells Vim what kind of file it is so it can enable the syntax highlighting. And because we're using a symbolic link, it will any changes we make to DWM-6.2H will affect the DWM-6.2 file, so portage will still be able to work. And as you can see, if we sudo DWM.h, lovely syntax highlighting. Just to warn you, this is not how your config will look, because I have made a few changes to get my desktop looking at it as it does now, but it should look somewhat similar. So yeah. So next, you want to find a patch. You can do this on the dwm.suckless.website and navigate to the patches section. And here we have a lot of patches. A lot. The community is really good with DWM. So find a patch that you want to incorporate. I have pre-scouted a patch and I'll search for it. There we go, launcher. And as you can see, this is only made for 6.2 with the date there. But so what you want to do is open link in new tab and you will see your lovely patch. And this is in this format to show clearly to a computer and also a human what's being changed. And we need to change our configs in coordination with this patch. So let's have a look. So this is saying at line 21, let's navigate to line 21. Navigate to line 21. The line's here, but we want after the tagging section. So we're going to navigate to after tagging. We're going to add this line. Add these lines. If they have an add before them, as you can see, they are being added. Let me find a minus. And if there's a minus, they are being removed, often to be replaced. But yeah, so we just copy and paste all of this. Copy. Find where it's meant to go, which is here. Insert mode, add it. Now let's remove all these adds because they will break it very badly. Okay, I just want a free line there. Okay, so in my use case, I do not have the Surf browser installed, so I'll change this patch to be the Firefox browser, which I am using. So we'll just add Firefox, change this to Firefox, and I do not want to open DuckDuckGo, so we'll just remove this. Right. And we need to change this. Now, hopefully, you can see the simplicity that we change. So we're just adding a array. I'm pretty sure my C is not up to scratch. Adding an array, and then we're adding it to the launcher here. So we have made that change. Now that's all we need to do. No, it's not all we need to do, but it's mostly what we need to do. We also need to right click and remove that, save page as, and I'm just going to save it to my documents. Now let's replace it. This is so the dwm.c patch can take effect, because we cannot access the DWM. We can access, but it's not worth trying to access the dwm.c file when we've installed DWM with portage. So if we it's been a long day, navigate to the documents folder, we can see, I have a lot of patches, but we can see our patch here. What we want to do is sudo copy it. No, first of all, actually, my bad, I'm rushing ahead. We want to cd/etc/portage and make the patches. I've already made it, so cd into your patches after you've made it. And then you want to make the x11-winner manager. Take note how this kind of follows the saved config layout for a bit. So you might want to make X11-Window Manager, which I already have, X11-Window Manager, and then you want to make that for DWM. So we don't want our patches to affect all our window managers, because that would not go well. So we've got a DWM folder for all our DWM patches. Now Portage recognizes this as where you're going to put the patches automatically, so you don't need to do any configuration there. But you want to sudo copy your home/documents/ whatever your patch was, in my case the DWM-launchers, to your /etc/portage/patch/x11-window manager, the long path to DWM. Right, copy, enter your password, and now it should be there. As you can see, it is. Lovely. Now we have effectively finished. So let's just run a quick sudo emerge DWM-6.2, and it will run de-emerge. But this time it's using it's going to apply your patch that you just added, and it's going to take into account your configuration change. And now hopefully you don't get a spout of errors, which can happen. And if it does happen, then just use either the GitHub build, as I said before, or something, or work your way around it. And you should see this message now. After you've already enabled the saved config flag and merged it once, you should see this. Building uses saved config file, and it also, excuse me, building uses saved config file, which shows that our config changes have taken effect. Now we're gonna quit and start X again, and I'll show you that the patch has taken effect. So now we have rebooted. You can see we have that button here, which shows the patch has taken effect. Let's just double check, give it a click, and we wait because my computer's slow. And there we are. Firefox has booted. Okay, so that is how you apply patches to an DWM install from Portage. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And also like and subscribe to feel sorry for me, because I had to emerge OBS, and that is bloat. Comment if you need help. I realised I didn't use the second terminal, but it looked pretty. Right. With that said, have a lovely day, and I hope your patching goes well. Bye.